Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I'm Ashton Quilliam, and today I'm going to be ranking the top 3 chest exercises for muscle growth. Let's get into it. Each one of these exercises are going to be ranked based on these 3 criteria: accessibility, progressive overload, and how enjoyable the exercise actually is. Now, when I'm talking about accessibility, it's does every gym have one? Progressive overload, can I add a rep or some weight over time? And finally, how enjoyable it is do you feel really cool doing the exercise? So without further ado, let's start. We have at number 3, decline cable chest flies. Now, me personally, these are a favorite of mine. They're a staple in my routine. Almost every single gym I've ever been to has a cable machine. Therefore, it's going to score quite highly on accessibility. I'm going to give it a 7 out of 10 just because not every gym does have it. But in my experience, I would say a lot of them do. So for that reason, it's going to get a decent score. For its progressive overload ability, usually it's relatively easy to actually add weight to these, as on a cable machine, you can just adjust the weight. However, we do have the caveat that it maxes out at some point, but you've got to be very strong to max it out, especially for cable flies. Finally, how enjoyable it is. I would say it's nothing special. It's just a cable exercise. Give it like a 5 out of 10. Like, it could be better, it also could be worse. So pretty average for me. But after those rankings are out the way, this exercise actually targets the mid to lower sections of your chest, and it will allow you to develop a more full rounded chest and hopefully contribute to that physique goal that we all have in mind. To do this exercise efficiently, you want to attach some D handles to each side of the cable machine, and then you want to adjust them to just around like head height-ish or a little bit above that, depending on how steep you want your cable fly to be. And then you want to just use both your arms and fly downwards in the motion as seen on screen, and that should be able to get you a really nice pump, or at least does for me anyways. Moving on, we have number 2, dips. Now, although this doesn't really require any machinery, it is sort of difficult to find some places because there aren't really anywhere where there are parallel bars unless you're walking by railings or in a gym. So for this reason, I'd say its accessibility is probably around a 6, just because not everywhere has it. Sometimes it can be difficult to find, but it is sort of a staple in most pure gyms. So I would say that it's a 6 for accessibility. In terms of progressive overload, you can always use a weight belt, or you can use a weighted vest or do more reps. So I would say it's very versatile in that department. I give it around an 8 or a 9. Good for a 9 for progressive overload. So I would say that is really, really good. And for its enjoyability, man, who does not feel like a boss doing this? You are literally dipping yourself on bars, and imagine you have weights between you with a weight belt. It's fantastic, and especially guys doing dips as well. Like, it does make you feel like very good. So I would say it's definitely a 9 for enjoyability as well. In terms of the target for this, it targets the whole chest, but depends how far you lean forward, because when you lean forward on the dip, that emphasizes your chest more. So the more you lean forward, the more it emphasizes your pectorals. So I would say for this one, definitely lean forward when you're trying it, and it's as simple as just leaning forward and lowering yourself down and pushing yourself back up on some parallel bars. However, I understand that not everyone can do this, so there should be a progression element involved where you can use the weight assisted ones. So it's sort of like the machine that I'm using at the moment, but the only difference is you actually use the pad and put your knees on the pad, and that would help you to do this exercise efficiently. Moving on, we have the number 1 ranking, which for me is the best chest exercise that I have found, in my opinion, personally, to build my chest, and that is the classic bench press. Now, this exercise is fantastic for targeting the upper and the mid heads of your chest. It is fantastic for progressive overload. Almost every gym has it, and it's extremely enjoyable. So maybe I'm slightly biased, but it's going to score a 10 on all the categories, and that makes it clearly the winner by far. I feel as though the bench press has a lot to offer, and I feel as though a lot of people use it for good reason, and that's why it's going to be my top exercise. For this one, you just want to, grab the bar, hands shoulder width apart, have a slight arch in your back, shoulders on the bench, and press the bar off, lower it to your chest, touch it to your chest and push it back up. And it's that repeated motion which is making your chest activate and is causing you to get fantastic gains. Make sure, by the way, for all these exercises that I've mentioned today, that you are going to go close to failure, and that is how you'll make the muscle growth. You can't just do the exercise and expect it to cause muscle growth, although, you know, some sort of working out would probably do the trick. There is the best way to do it, and I'll be making more videos on that in the future, so please stay tuned. In conclusion, we have bench number 1, dips number 2, decline chest fly number 3. Everyone is different, so this is just my personal opinion, and you have to bear in mind that this may not be the case for everyone, and people may find these ranked in a different order for themselves, but from my personal experience, I would say that this is the best order for me, and I wanted to convey to you guys my top 3 best chest exercises. So I really hope you've enjoyed this video, and I hope you can go and try a few of these out and get a sick pump for me. And yeah, please leave a like, comment if you'd like to see anything else in the future, and please subscribe, as I'm a new channel and I'm trying to make it in the fitness industry. So thank you very much and keep crushing it. See you later.